Welcome to Conflict Zone YouTube channel. In today's updates from the Avdiivka direction, significant developments have unfolded following the arrival of Ukrainian reinforcements. Many military analysts had anticipated a swift counterattack, envisioning three potential scenarios. The first involved a massive flank attack to cut off the Russian vanguard, the second aimed to force the Russians to overextend along the contact line, and the last focused on an unblocking operation combined with a withdrawal. The Ukrainian High Command, after thorough evaluation, opted against large-scale counteroffensive operations for four primary reasons. Firstly, the conservation of manpower was paramount, as a deep penetration would risk the lives of thousands of soldiers. Secondly, there was a shortage of artillery shells, and Ukrainians lacked the resources even for defensive operations. Thirdly, the Russian reinforcement of the Avdiivka group, which now boasts around 50,000 troops, posed a significant challenge. Lastly, unfavorable weather conditions made an offensive from the north or along the contact line particularly challenging due to difficult-to-cross fields. Consequently, the Ukrainian High Command decided on an unblocking operation combined with a withdrawal, a decision met with mixed reactions from Ukrainian soldiers eager to save Avdiivka, where many had been fighting since day one. The initial step of the operation involved a massive counterattack in the central part of Avdiivka. Ukrainian fighters from the 3rd Assault Brigade, equipped with Max Pro armored vehicles and machine guns, temporarily pushed Russian forces back by approximately 150 meters, alleviating pressure on critical zones. This counterattack facilitated the subsequent withdrawal process. The first group of Ukrainian forces ordered to withdraw held positions at the water filtration station, strategically stretching the front line. The second group withdrew from an extensive trench network in the vineyards. The last two groups, holding an all-around defense on the former air defense base and fortifications under the bridge, faced a dire situation. The late withdrawal order resulted in losses, and 6 wounded soldiers were left behind. Tavis Group of Forces commander acknowledged that several Ukrainians were taken captive, with varying estimates from Russian sources putting Ukrainian forces in the southern part at 2,000 to 3,000 troops. Russian analysts claimed that up to 30% of Ukrainian forces had been evacuated. With 50,000 Russians in the Avdiivka area, Ukrainians were outnumbered 6 to 1. Following the successful Ukrainian counterattack, Russian forces intensified their assaults, utilizing assault groups of up to 50 soldiers. This, combined with devastating artillery and airstrikes, enabled Russians to regain control over the highway and move beyond it into the fields. Russian objectives now include advancing towards the village of Ilkin and the Second Supply Road to fully cut off Ukrainian forces. In the latest updates, Ukrainian fighters from the 3rd Assault Brigade assumed positions in Ilkin, conducting drone strikes and counterattacks. Reports indicate the destruction of a large Russian column north of Avdiivka, saving Ilkin and granting Ukrainians up to 3 days of relative freedom of movement. Prominent Russian analysts also confirmed that Ukrainian supply lines were not completely cut off, with Ukrainians still moving through the area. The Ukrainian TAV Group of Forces spokesperson affirmed their commitment to a successful withdrawal to previously prepared defensive positions, having established another defense line right behind Avdiivka. In the midst of these strategic maneuvers and intense conflict, the Conflict Zone YouTube channel remains dedicated to delivering timely and comprehensive updates on the unfolding events. Stay tuned for in-depth analyses, expert opinions, and on-the-ground reporting as we continue to navigate through the complexities of this evolving situation. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest developments in this high-stakes conflict zone. Thank you for being part of our community.